Greg Shane. I'm the Artistic Director of CRE Outreach and the Director of this production. CRE Outreach is a nonprofit organization that works with at-risk youth, military veterans, and individuals of all different disabilities. Tonight, you're about to see Veterans Empowerment Theater. These brave men and women put their lives on their line to serve our country, and we are here to honor them tonight in this incredible performance. Please take a moment to turn off your cell phones. That's very important for this particular show, especially. So everyone take out their cell phone, turn them off. Yep, Wi-Fi, all that good stuff goes away. And also there's an exit on the left and the right. We are expecting more people to come who have actually purchased tickets. I don't know if it's the traffic or they can't see the big giant blue door in the front, but there must be something going on. So if some people come in, they'll be coming in right after the first song. But without further ado, put your hands together for Silent Torment.
Tried to take my dreams, now my dream is real. Tell me how you feel, how you feel now, how you feel now, 'cause I felt everything. How you feel now, how you feel now, 'cause I got victory.
Thank you for agreeing to talk to us here at the History Channel about your experiences. The public can really benefit from hearing stories directly from U.S. military veterans, especially Marines, about their combat experience. Can you tell us your name and your age and give us a little background?
My name is Stephen Blanc. I'm 23. I don't have any siblings. My parents' names are Maria and Carl. I joined the Marines when I was 19.
Why did you join the Marines?
I guess I could say I wanted to serve my country and protect freedoms and all. But really, I didn't have any other plans.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
My dad wanted me to do something. My father was always riding me all through high school to do something with my life. So I guess the Marines just made sense somehow, you know?
Yes. Well, now that your service in the military is over and you're back to civilian life, let me be clear. What's it like to be a hero? What do you do on a daily basis? What is a life like of a big hero?
Hero?
Yes!
Who the hell said I was a hero?
Stephen Blanc? Mr. Blanc? Mr. Stephen Blanc, are you here?
Yeah, that's me, Stephen Blanc.
Sir, do you have your DD-214?
I thought I put it on the clipboard with all the other forms.
No, sir. I was looking through your paperwork and I didn't see it attached, and you left the bottom of this form blank.
Oh, are you sure? I thought I put it on the form with all the other... I know I gave it to the clerk.
No,
I
sir.
don't
Did
have-
you have someone send over a copy before your appointment time? That way I can still see you today.
No, I know I gave it to him.
Sir, please calm down. Can you have someone email or fax a copy over before your appointment time? That way I can still see you today.
Yeah, I have a hard copy at home. I can call my mom. What's the email address?
It's on this card.
Thanks.
Hi, Mr. Williams. How are you?
Morning, Doc. Got an appointment with you today, so thought I'd pop in a little early and drop off those forms you needed me to update.
Oh, no problem. Can you sign in? I'm sure I can see you fairly soon.
Sounds good.
Mom, can you just send the DD-214? I just want to get this done and get out of here. Well, I don't remember leaving it there. Well, so I forgot the damn forms on the counter. Mom, everyone forgets stuff. It doesn't mean anything. Would you stop trying to diagnose me? I'm fine. I forget stuff all the time. Right. Okay. I'll talk to you later, Mom.
First time here, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Paperwork can be kind of a pain in the ass, but once you get the initial stuff done, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Everyone here is pretty friendly if you give them half a chance. Of course, I don't come down here to the VA much anymore. I mean, only when I need to update something or see Doc Winters.
Look,
Roger Williams. Nice to meet you.
no, I'm just trying to get this crap done so my mom gets off my back. You know, I'm not really a conversational type of person, you know?
No problem. I understand completely. I mean, not everyone is like me. I talk to anyone and everyone. I mean, I'm just that kind of person, you know, a people person.
Yeah? Well, I'm not.
Oh, all right. Well, if you need any help with paperwork or anything, here's my card. Maybe you just need to hear a story or two, or maybe you have a story to tell.
Sure.
Steven? Hey man, I thought I might run into you. I mean, I knew you were from this area and everything. I didn't get a chance to talk to you before you were discharged from the hospital.
Yeah, I didn't have much to say. How's your legs?
They're getting better every day. Hoping to get full use of my back again and maybe run someday. Just gotta take care of this behavior first.
Right.
Mr. Blanc? Mr. Blanc, I received your paperwork. I'm ready to see you now.
Hey, see you around.
Wait.
Hi, Roger. Roger Williams. So you and Steven were close friends?
John Moore. No, I barely know him. Every time I try to get up ever since we were both discharged from the military, he doesn't want to talk to me.
You just need some time. You guys in combat together?
I guess you could say that. Steven saved my life.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know him before that day. Every time I try to give him my phone number, he doesn't want to take it, though.
Where were you guys stationed?
Afghanistan and the Helmand province. It was my second tour there. I'm not sure about Steven.
Well, young man, here's my card. Need help with anything? Give me a call. I run a group that helps veterans.
Well, thank you, sir.
Roger is fine. I was enlisted. Don't hesitate to give me a call.
Will do, Roger.
Thank you, Mr. Blanc.
Thanks.
Take care. Mr. Williams, please come to my office. I can see you now.
Excuse me for a second. Steven, I'm sure I'll see you around. If you need help with anything, just give me a call. John, you take care.
Yeah. Hey, Steven. What can I get your phone number?
I don't think so.
That young man really needs some help.
Well, you know better than anyone. He won't get it until he wants it. Are you ready for your appointment?
Sure.
Mom, they didn't even know what they were doing at the VA. No, they're just a bunch of idiots who pull a paycheck. I'm never going back to that place again.
Steven, I know the VA has their issues, but I believe once you give them a chance, they can really help you.
Mom, I don't need any help. Well, there's nothing wrong with me.
You don't go to school, you don't have a job, you don't have any friends, and you sit around the house all day. You haven't even called Teresa since you've been back in town.
It's money, isn't it? Is that what this is about? I pay all my bills, Mom. The VA gives me a disability, remember?
Yes, Steven, you pay your bills, but what I am talking about is getting out there and doing something. I think a job will put you back into normal life. I'm not worried about money, Steven.
And did I even have a normal life before I left? You know, Dad certainly didn't think I was living my life the way I should. You make it seem like things were so different back then, and they really weren't.
All I'm saying, Steven, is that you are alive, son, and I need to think you should just start acting like you are again. I hear all the time about families who have to move on with their lives because their sons didn't come back home to them. You came home to me, son, Steven, and I'm so glad that you did. But sometimes I wonder if you really did or if you're still out there somewhere. See? Hey, Teresa, come on in. Hey, Steven. Oh, yes, he is. Steven, Teresa is here to talk to you. Please talk to her.
Hi, Steven.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Fine.
I don't really know what to say to you. I'm just confused by everything. I don't understand why you've ignored me for so long. And when I found out about your injuries, I was so frightened for you, and I thought I was gonna lose you. I was so scared. And I started sending letters to the hospital because I wanted you to know that I was thinking about you. Did you get them?
Yeah.
Good. But then you came home and I was so excited to see you. But it seems like I've lost you after all. I just wanted to be there for you, to give you what you needed, to give you time, space. I knew what you went through must have been horrific. But as long as you knew that I was there for you, you would come around and call me when you were ready. But you never did. In fact, you made it very clear you wanted nothing to do with me. You ignored my calls, you ignored my texts. And I just didn't understand then, and I don't understand now.
Teresa, this is why I didn't want you or anyone else around me right now. I'm going through a lot, and I really don't think I need to be dealing with a relationship.
I wasn't worried about the relationship. I was worried about you. Did you think just by talking to me I was going to be a burden to you? I mean, I didn't want anything from you then or now. I just wanted to be there for you. I mean, we've always been friends, Stephen. And, you know, I just wanted to help you.
That's exactly what I don't want. Teresa, I'm tired of people coming to me trying to help me, to give me their pity.
It wasn't pity, it was love. Why can't you just accept it anymore? You used to. I mean, Stephen, what happened to you? Please help me understand.
There's nothing to understand. You know what? Just get out. All right? I knew this shit was gonna happen. This started at the hospital and it hasn't stopped. Okay, everyone keeps wanting to coddle me and treat me like some dog that needs to be brought in from the cold. I'm not a dog, Teresa. Just go.
Stephen, I will always be here for you, even if you reject me. I've loved you so much, and I still do. Doesn't that mean anything to you anymore?
Love. Well, they all say they love me, but they're selfish. If I walk around happy and smiling on the outside, they would be fine. But so is it me they care about or themselves? Do they see what I see when I close my eyes at night? Do they hear what I heard that day? Do they feel the heat? See their faces? Do they see what I see while they're sleeping so soundly? Like ghosts, coming back to haunt me, to torment me, to punish me for my failure. No, they don't. No, they don't.
Stephen, where are you going?
I don't know, I'm going out.
Son, I know you've been through a lot. We both have. But we need each other, son. You can't run away from this forever.
Mom!
I just don't think the answer's out there anywhere.
I'm fine. Alright? I'll get some rest. I'll be back later.
A mother knows her son's heart. She can tell when there's something wrong, some pain that he's hiding, something that's on the inside. He can smile and fool everyone else. But I know I know there is something there. Something that he is hiding, and I want to help him. I want to help you, son. I want to help you from this pain. But you push me away. You push everyone away. How long? How long, Stephen? How long? Will you suffer alone?
Not everyone gets to be the hero they want to be. Sadness, depression still haunting me. Late nights, dark cries, bad dreams of realities, deep misery. Sad songs of joy and triumph, long nights so dark and silent, silence this rage inside me. This anxiety, bring light to the dark, reveal all my scars, the people who I am, cast fear into the sand, bring light into the dark, reveal all my scars, the people who I am, cast fear into the sand, bring light. I want to be free. Anxiety.
Well, you've got your diamond and you've got your pretty clothes, and the chauffeur drives your car. You let everybody know, but don't play with me 'cause you play with fire.
Wild crowds you got here tonight, I see.
Right? I almost thought the cops quiet things down. What's it gonna be? Same as always?
Of course, but add a little grenadine and a few cherries if you could. I'm feeling a little wild myself tonight. Has that one been giving you any trouble?
Nah, he's been pretty quiet. Odd to see a young man at my place like that. They usually like to hang out at the club down the street with all that bumpy music.
Sure. And the young ladies, of
Right.
course.
So do you know?
Bumped into him at the VA. Isn't really the social type. Got the feeling he doesn't like old men in his business.
Maybe he needs a friend like you.
I don't think he's looking for a friend.
Well, you and I both know that sometimes people that need help sometimes don't realize it or admit it. I certainly wasn't looking for a friend all those years ago. Was I?
No. I believe your exact words were, "Go to hell," when I asked you your name.
There was something really close to that.
Stephen, right? Let me get you a drink or something.
No, I was just leaving.
Wait. Here.
You already gave me one.
I know, but I have this feeling you didn't keep it.
Yeah,
Don't lose that one. If you want to meet here sometimes, well, we can do that.
Sure.
Look, before you leave, can I ask you something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
How many friends did you lose?
What?
I can tell you lost friends. I can see it in your eyes. I've lost dozens and several more over the years. I know where you are. I've been there.
I lost some. And it didn't stop in Afghanistan either. My dad died. He worked at the water treatment plant. I didn't know. Never went to his funeral. Didn't even get a chance to say goodbye.
Stephen, I am sorry about your pops.
Hey, Stephen. Hey, I didn't know you were gonna be here. Hey, Roger.
Hey, good to see you can make it, John. Pull up a chair.
Here, take mine. I was just leaving.
Wait, please stay. I need to talk to you. To somebody who understands.
Who understands what? I need to go. I'm leaving.
You just won't talk to me.
Well, I'm glad you called me. It's just not ready to deal with things yet, John.
Well, I appreciate you giving me your phone number and agreeing to meet with me. I think we could both help each other. I know exactly what he's going through.
Do you mind telling me what happened? Can you talk about it?
Well, it wasn't easy at first, but the more I talk about it, the easier it gets, you know?
Sure.
It was a fairly routine assignment. I was assigned to protect the EOD team that was disarming an IED on the bridge. It was early morning. The area was fairly stable and we were used to this sort of thing, but it wasn't like we were complacent. We just didn't expect it would happen. All that I can remember is this massive explosion and pain in my legs. And then this guy all covered in blood came crawling toward me and he tied a belt around my leg like a tourniquet, you know? There was gunfire and screaming and explosions. We had been ambushed. I passed out, and when I came to, I was in the hospital. It was a few days later when I saw this man being pushed past my bed and I recognized his face. It was the guy from that day who was all covered in blood. It was Stephen. The man who saved my life was Stephen.
What's wrong, Dad? You're really quiet during dinner. You feeling all right? Dad!
I'm sorry, sweetheart. I was lost in thought. I'm fine. I'm just worried about that young man I met at the VA the other day.
Stephen, right?
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of myself back in my younger days.
That's not all bad, is it?
No, I guess not, but it's not all good either.
So what's wrong with this guy?
Guess it's the same thing that was wrong with me when I came back. It's the same thing military men have been fighting with since war began. Of course, it's different and personal for everyone. It affects us all in different ways.
What happened to him?
I'm not really sure. I'll talked with another young man, John, who was in Afghanistan with him. He didn't remember very much. There was some kind of explosion and a gunfight. John's legs were severely injured. All he remembers is Stephen wrapping a belt around his legs to keep him from bleeding to death. And then he passed out. Stephen won't talk to him about it.
At least Steven's going to the VA. Maybe he'll get the help he needs there. The VA can help him, can't they?
Laura, even though the VA does have some issues, it's true, they still do a lot for veterans. However, what someone like Stephen needs is to let someone into his life and his struggle. Just like any battle, this one has to be fought with an army. He can't do it by himself. He needs backup. They need daily support, and the VA really can't provide that alone.
It wasn't like you had it easy when you came home, Dad. I know how you were treated. The things they said about you, I thought things were better now. Don't they have groups and services for men like Stephen?
Yes, they have many groups, but in the end, you can have 1,000 groups and none of them can help if a man won't go to them. The pressure is different. Being a man is different than it used to be. I was lucky. No, I was blessed to have survived Vietnam. But the first 2 years of my life after I was discharged almost killed me. And it had nothing to do with my leg. It was up here. I am a survivor, where so many veterans, they become casualties.
I'm so proud of you, Dad. You're a strong man who does so much for others. I mean, I can't say I know what you went through, but Mom, she saw the strength that took you through it all. And she loved you for it. And I love you too.
Thanks. I appreciate that, honey.
Poppy, Poppy, look at my new picture I did for you. It's a big tree with birds in the sun.
Wow, that is a big tree. Is that our oak tree?
Yeah, I know you love that tree. It's the big one in our backyard. Your special tree, right?
Yep, that's my special tree. Oh, and you drew the tree house too? It looks so real. Is that me and you in the tree house?
Sure is. Can we play in the tree house together sometimes?
Wish I could, sweetheart, but Poppy is just too old to climb that ladder.
But didn't you play in the tree house with Mommy?
That was a long time ago, and now I'm just too old and fat.
No, you're not, Poppy. You're just the right size.
Maybe me and you can have a picnic in the treehouse, and we'll let Poppy sit in his chair and tell you the story.
Would you like me to?
Sure, sounds like a date. Now why don't you go wash up and get ready for bed?
Okay, Poppy. Love you. Mommy, will you tuck me in?
Sure, baby. Go get ready and call me when you're ready, okay?
Okay, Mommy. Night, Poppy.
Night. I love you.
I love you more.
I love you more than pizza.
I love you more than dogs.
I love you more than going fishing.
I love you more than ice cream.
I love you more than...
All right, you two. Jesus, that's enough. You go get ready for bed, and I'll be right here.
Okay, Mommy.
I remember when you built that tree house. We had lots of memories up there with Mom.
Yeah. I'm glad Derek was able to keep it in such good condition. I just couldn't take care of it anymore over the years with my leg getting worse. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I didn't mean to upset you. I think about Derek every day. He was such a wonderful son-in-law. I don't know what I would have done without him after your mother died.
He was a wonderful man, Dad. I miss him so much. I mean, I wish.
It was an accident. It was no one's fault. Not Derek's, not the driver of the truck. It just happened. But what's important is that we are together. And that Nicole knows that she is loved by the both of us.
I'm so glad we moved in. It was the best thing for us.
And it was the best thing for me too. Besides, this house is way too quiet. And I love having you and Nicole here. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Let me go check on the phone, make sure she's good.
Mommy, I'm ready for bed.
I'm coming.
Just like Stephen, wasn't I? So lost and ignorant of what I was dealing with. I was so self-destructive. What was I looking for in that bottle and the drugs I took? An answer? An escape? Did I think I could run from it? The smiles I gave only hid the torment and the pain I felt. Nothing really deadened it. It still came for me in my sleep. It attacked me in my dreams. The flames, the blood, the smoke, the smell. Is that what torments you, Stephen? Are you silently suffering in the night? Let me help you, Stephen. Please let me help you.
Feeling changes wash over me. Triggers set off by memories. Prisoner in my mind, how long I'm doing time. All is fair, loving war. When I forgot what I was drinking for, while I was fighting for this pain inside of me, this anxiety. Bring light to the dark, reveal all my scars, the people who I am, cast me into the sand. Bring light to the dark, reveal all my scars, the people who I am, cast me into the sand. Bring light, I want to be free. Anxiety.
Stephen, can you tell us a little bit more about your team and the time you spent together in Afghanistan?
These guys weren't all perfect. But when you needed them, they were there for you. Sergeant Barber was like a father to most of us. He was just a hell of a guy. He would get on you sometimes, of course, but it was always because he knew our potential. He always knew we had more to give.
How did the team get out on these patrols? What were they like?
The patrols were organized.
Okay.
You know, the teams had confidence in what we were doing. I mean, we weren't stupid. Right? Sergeant Barber kept us safe. He made good decisions. The team disarmed over 400 IEDs in the first 4 months without an incident.
Will you explain what IED means?
It's an improvised explosive device. You know, basically, anything you can rig a fuse or a tripwire to. There's something as small as a grenade with a timer to a 105 millimeter artillery shell with a tripwire attached to it. Sometimes our guys found
What
them.
happened on your last patrol?
Sergeant Barber told us the team had been called out to a section of a bridge that might have an IED under it. A convoy was moving through and we needed to go into the area and clear it. Usually there's a team that goes in first to make sure there's no one waiting. So we knew we had a little time.
How did the team get out to these sites?
We went by Humvee.
What was the team acting like? How did they act? What was the mood like?
It was a normal day for us. The team talked about family and other normal stuff. We saw the convoy up ahead. We pulled up front. And I remember feeling at peace at that moment. Like I was finally in a good place in my life. And then the Humvee stopped.
Hey, there he is. My favorite Marine. Good to see you. Haven't heard from you. Was hoping you would call me.
Yeah, I've been busy.
I'm gonna sit down for a few and rest my bones before I head out. Have a seat. You seeing Doc Winters or one of the other guys?
Dr. Winters. Hey, how was your meeting?
It was good. Doc Winters is a good friend of mine, so talking to her is easy for me. I enjoy it. Have you seen her yet?
No. But my mom will lay off me to get some help, to talk things out. So I thought this would get her to quit bothering me.
You think this whole thing with your mom is about money?
I mean, she says it isn't. She says she just wants me to do something with my life. I figured coming here would get her to, shut up.
There's nothing wrong with getting help. I've been coming here for quite a while, and I think it's done me a lot of good. Your mom is right. This is a safe place to let things out and to let them go.
But maybe I don't want to let anything out. Maybe I don't want to let go of things. What's wrong with that? Isn't it my choice?
Sure. So how are things going? Get a job yet? I know of a few places that could really use the help from volunteers. As if you don't get a job.
Well, I was contacted by these producers who want me to do this documentary thing in a couple weeks. They want me to talk about my time in EOD and things like that. An agent's supposed to contact me soon to sign a contract. They said they were going to pay me $10,000 to do it. I'm still not sure how I feel about it.
Again, you think this whole thing is about money?
I mean, I don't know, Roger. What do you want from me? All right, I'm doing what they're asking me to do, and look,
Is this what you really want to do?
probably not.
Does your mom know?
No, I haven't told anybody but you. It's not really a big deal, you know? I just sit there and talk about stuff. Easy money.
But from what I gathered, you don't like to talk about stuff.
You know, I don't get you. Sometimes you seem like you're this cool guy, and then you say things like that. It's different, all right? It's not the same. Okay, they just want me to tell a story. In there, they want me to talk about how I feel.
True, it's different. But from my experiences, just telling a story brings up feelings.
Man, you've been hanging around this place too long. Now you're starting to sound like one of them.
I take it you talked to someone before?
Yeah, before I was discharged. I was told everybody had to talk to a shrink. Like they know anything.
Did it help?
Damn it, Roger, I don't know. No, I guess it didn't help. Look, I did what I was supposed to. I talked to who I was supposed to talk to. And then I got discharged from my back, all right? Done.
Is it done? It's not done for me, and I've been talking about it for over 40 years.
Well, everyone's different, right? We all deal with stuff in different ways.
But have you dealt with it? You say you're done with it, but you don't like to talk about things. So how can it be dealt with and done if you don't want to talk?
Because there's nothing to deal with, right? There's nothing to talk about.
Mr. Blanc, I'm ready for your appointment now.
All right.
Stephen, you'll like Doc Winters. She's good with vets like us and knows how to talk to people like us.
Like us? Man, you're nothing like me. Right? You're just some old bastard that probably broke his damn leg mopping the frickin' floor. Right, stop trying to act like you understand me.
Roger Williams. How you doing, boy?
Master Lewis. Boy, it has been a while.
Yes. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good,
You
good.
old fraud.
Yes.
Have a seat.
What kind of trouble you starting today?
I'm just here to talk. I believe you told me that about 40 years ago, that it was good to do that.
I sure did. And I just didn't know if you was listening to me.
I was listening, and it saved my life.
Well, I don't think what I said saved your life. I think Jesus is what saved your life, not what I said.
Well, talking to you made it easier to talk to him. No, I just didn't think he would listen. I didn't think he cared. After a man has been to war and seen death, just didn't think God cared.
Look at the life of Jesus. The confrontation, the conflict, the death, and the coming back to life after the death. He knows. And it shows in you what he knows.
That's because of him, I have a new life. And I was able to find that. Because I was too dumb and blind to find it on my own.
Well, you just didn't know. And the path you was on was pain and suffering. And you just didn't know. But you found it. And it shows in the good that you have done to the veterans you's helping, and to your friends, and to your family. How's Nora and Nicole?
They are doing well. You should stop by the house sometimes. I am sure they would love to see you.
I would.
Nicole is growing up so fast.
Just like Laura. You blink your eye and they're off to college. Yes, sir. I understand that Walter told me, the bartender told me you seen a Marine in here. Is that right?
Yes, as a matter of fact, he's here at the VA right now, which surprised me because he's more stubborn than I was.
Well, there's one thing you need to know. Men like him holds a lot of anger. And they lets it out on them that's trying to help him. So you just be careful.
I know. I remember you taking the brunt of my anger.
But that's in the good that you have done and learned and gone to Jesus for.
The hell with that!
Mr. Blunt, please come back into my office.
No! I knew you wouldn't get it!
Mr. Blunt, please come back into my office and talk to me.
Stephen, what's wrong?
This asshole doesn't have a clue what she's talking about. What do you know about what I've been through, huh? You've never been there. You say you want to help me, but you're just guessing. You don't know what's going on up here.
Then tell her. Let her know. She wants to help you.
There's no real help for me.
Come back into my office.
No!
I want to help you.
There's no real help for me. Alright, for them. For any of us. So just do me a favor and leave me alone.
Can I help you?
Hi, my name is Roger. I'm a friend of Stephen's. I met him at the VA.
Oh,
Can I come in?
well, he's not here right now. He'll be back shortly.
I know. I saw him leave. I was watching from the bench down the street.
Oh, I don't understand.
Here's my card. For a few groups to the VA. I'm really concerned about Stephen. I wanted to talk to you about Stephen.
Oh, sure, please come in. Have a seat.
It's a lot further of a walk than I thought.
Oh, yes, well, can I get you some coffee?
Sure. Black with a spoonful of sugar is fine. Thank you.
So you're a friend of Stephen's. He's never mentioned you before.
I consider myself a friend of him, but I'm not so sure he returns the feeling. Your son is a hard read. Seems like a very conflicted young man.
Yes, that's how I see it.
Mrs. Blanc,
Oh, Maria, please.
Maria, I'm worried about Stephen. So I thought I would come and talk to you. I see so much of Stephen and the way I used to be. I'm really concerned about his behavior. And it reminds me of myself when I came home back from Vietnam, and that really concerns me.
How so?
Felt like I didn't belong, like I was in an alien world. I wanted so much to come home, but just didn't feel right. Just didn't know what to do. So I had nowhere to turn. I see so much of that in Stephen, but maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're not. We used to be really close. Now all he does is just pull away from me. Being an only child, I guess he was a mama's boy of some sort. He would always come to me whenever him and his father fought or whenever he felt lost. I just feel so useless to him now. He won't talk to me. He won't even talk about his father. And I know him and Carl, they had a rough relationship. But Carl, he really loves Stephen. He just had a hard time showing it. Carl died of a heart attack at the plant when Stephen was sick and in the hospital. And based on what the doctors were telling me, I thought I was going to lose him too. And I didn't want to tell him about his father. So I waited for him to come home. It was wrong. Maybe I made the wrong decision. But I didn't want to tell him. I had to wait for him to come home. Now he won't even talk about his father. We need each other. I don't know what to do. What do I do?
I'm so sorry about your husband. I read about his death in the paper. Being isolated can cause a downward spiral. You both do need each other. You've gone through a lot. You know, I was separated from people and my family, even my coworkers at once. I started drinking and I lost my job. People tried to reach out to me and try to connect, but I wouldn't let them.
What changed?
I had to realize the truth about why I was feeling the way I did. To this day, I think that it was just straight from God, a miracle of sorts.
You believe in miracles, Roger?
I certainly do.
I guess I became skeptical over the years. Maybe there's a miracle for my son. Maybe. I hope so.
I know there is. Just don't give up. One thing I've learned is that sometimes miracles need a little help to happen.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Stephen!
Oh, what are you doing here? I didn't invite you here.
I wanted to talk to your mother. I wanted to see if there was anything I could do for her. And you.
What is wrong with you? You think just because we talk a few times at the VA that you know me. You think you have the right to come into my house
Stephen.
and talk with my mom
Stephen.
about me. You think you can just act all badass and tough like you were a real soldier?
Stephen.
Well, maybe we should finally see how fucking tough and badass you really are.
No!
You fucking cook.
Stephen!
Your mother asked me to come in. This is your mother's house. You're not the only one who lives here. You're not the only one who's hurting. If your mother wants me to leave, then I'll leave. But you don't get to call the shots.
Why won't you let him in?
He is a guest of mine, and I say he can stay.
Son, go ahead and do what you need to do. I'm not your enemy, and neither is your mom.
Stephen, I love you. You need to listen to him. He's been there.
So that's how it is. You come in here and turn my mom against me?
Stephen!
I understand where you're at. I've been there. I'll never say I know how you feel because no one knows that. You're a brave man. You just have to be brave enough to take that first step.
Stephen.
I can't. You just don't understand!
Stephen, can you tell us what happened when the Humvee arrived?
I got out and we were on the back. I was unloading the gear while the other guys were still talking over logistics. And then I heard a sound. Something I'd never heard before. sounded like a buzzing sound.
Did you notify the team leader of this noise?
It all happened in a second. It was an RPG and it had been fired directly at the Humvee.
Can you say what an RPG is?
A rocket-propelled grenade. It's basically a grenade that's launched at a target.
Did the RPG hit the Humvee directly?
As far as I could tell, it had been fired directly at the Humvee. And somehow it made it through the door I had left open. I don't know how I was able to avoid most of the blast. I think because the vehicle was armored, it shielded me.
Were you knocked unconscious by the blast?
No. I was conscious, but something hit me in the back really hard. I knew I was injured. I looked around and all I saw was a lot of fire. It was an ambush. They had been waiting for us there, who knows how long. Our Humvee was flipped over and burning. There were men running towards us, firing, screaming. I thought I heard calls for help coming from our Humvee. I crawled towards it. I could barely walk. I thought I heard calls for help. They were firing at us. I picked up my weapon. I started firing back. I found a grenade on the ground. I picked it up. I threw it. I had blood on my hands and my face. There was bodies everywhere. There was men on the ground bleeding and burned. And I came across this guy. Blood pouring from his legs. Well, I took off his belt and wrapped it around what was left of his limbs.
Was that PFC John Moore?
I honestly don't remember.
The report submitted with your citation application from the Department of Defense says that you killed at least 15 of the enemy and you saved the lives of at least 10 men. Does that sound right to you?
What application?
The application for your Congressional Medal of Honor. The Department of Defense said it should be awarded within a couple of few months.
Right.
You're an American hero. What does it feel like to be an American hero? You're going to see the president.
Guess maybe you should ask that to my friends. They all died. They were all killed in action. They're the real American heroes.
I would like to ask you to do me one favor. I would like for you to go and talk to Roger at his home. Just to him. Just listen. Just intently listen to him. See what he has to say. If you want to ask his advice about some things, you can do that. But just listen to him. If you don't want him to talk to you no more after that, you just tell him. I've known him for over 40 years. That's one thing I know. He respects a man's right to make his own decisions. He just wants you to know what he sees.
All right. I'll do it.
Hold on. Just a minute. I'm coming. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm Stephen Bond. I was wondering if I could talk to Roger.
Oh, you're Steven. Dad's mentioned you a couple times. He stepped out to the store to pick up a few things, but he'll be right back. Would you like to come in?
No, I can come back.
No, it's fine. Come in, please. Dad will be thrilled to stop by. My name is Laura. This is Nicole, my daughter.
Hi. I didn't know Roger lived with anyone.
He never mentioned us.
No, I guess I just never gave him a chance to say much to me.
You, single-handedly, stopped my father from talking? How did you do that? A lot of people would love to know that.
I didn't say I kept him from talking. I just limited him slightly.
That's still an achievement. Would you like some coffee?
Sure. That's really good. Is that Roger?
Yep, that's Poppy Roger right there.
Wow. Who are those people next to him? They look like angels.
That's Daddy and that's my aunt.
My mother died when Nicole was just a baby. She only knows him from pictures. And my husband, Derek, we lost him a few years ago in an accident. She likes to draw them together in heaven.
I'm sorry. I lost my dad too. Maybe he's up there in heaven with your daddy and me.
Nicole, honey, why don't you go get ready for bed, and I'll come tuck you in.
But I wanted to wait for Poppy to show my new picture.
Sweetheart, Poppy may not be home for a while, and it's a school night.
Okay. Good night, Mr. Steven.
Good night. She's cute.
I'm sorry about that. Dad mentioned that your dad died at the plant.
I didn't even know until I got home. Seems like anywhere I went, I couldn't escape death.
I understand how you feel, but I try to look at things differently. I mean, I look at Dad and Nicole and my friends, and I realize how much I'm surrounded by life and joy. It pushes some of the death away, don't you think?
My mom doesn't seem to be on my side these days, and I really don't have friends anymore. So I guess it's just hard for me to see things the way you see them.
It takes time and healing.
Healing?
Yes, healing from the guilt I carry. Maybe if I hadn't asked Derek to go to the store, it wouldn't have happened. Or maybe if I went myself, I had to forgive myself. It wasn't easy. It was something that my dad taught me. I was glad he was there to walk through it with me. I can't imagine going through it alone. Everyone needs someone to walk through it with. Isolation is a killer. My dad learned that watching so many of his friends just walk away and never come back.
What about the unfairness of it all? Now, how do you deal with that? I mean, how fair is it that so many people get to go out on the roads every day and come home and your husband didn't?
Believe it or not, that was easier. I realized very quickly that I had no control over any of it. No one really does. It wasn't about, fairness is about a decision that someone makes where someone is the have and someone else is the have-nots. It wasn't a matter of fair. No one made that decision.
What about God? Didn't he make that choice? But didn't he choose for your husband to die while so many others don't?
No, God didn't kill my husband. An accident did. There's no one to blame. I tried that, and all it did was make me bitter. I realized I couldn't live my life that way. All you can do is be who you need to be to move forward. You have control over you, not who lives, not who dies, just you. To be in control of that little and be responsible for just you is very freeing.
What if you could have been there? What if you could have done something to prevent it and you didn't? But how would you live with yourself?
That changes nothing. All you can do is what you can do in that moment. What ifs would drive you crazy, Stephen? Would you like some more coffee?
No, thank you.
So, what is your plan? Are you gonna go to school? Get a job?
Well, I guess I don't know anymore. You know, I really thought the Marines was going to be my thing. But now, it's some sort of loss.
Well, I know a couple people that hire vets. I mean, I could keep an eye out for you.
Well, I was contacted by these producers who want to do this documentary thing. You know, they sent out an agent for me and I signed a contract. They rented out the whole community center for me to talk, and $10,000 is a lot of money to turn down just to talk to somebody for a day.
Do you think this interview would be a good thing?
Well, the money would be nice.
I'm not talking about the money, Stephen. I'm talking about, will this interview help you move forward? Do you think it'll do that?
I don't know. Right? What is it with everyone always trying to dig into my head?
Relax, Stephen. No one's trying to dig into your mind. It was an innocent question. Some decisions we make are good for us, and some are bad. I mean, if you've decided to do this interview, you believe it'll do some good. I was just asking if you thought talking about these things, these painful things, will help you move forward. Are you ready to talk about them?
I don't know. You know, I loved my time in the Marines. No, I was proud of what I did. I loved it. You know what? I came here because I wanted to talk to your dad about this interview. And ask him what he thought. Well, he probably thinks I hate him, but I don't. You know, I actually like the guy. He reminds me of my dad, and my dad drove me nuts.
All dads drive their kids nuts, and vice versa. You have a nice smile. It looks good on you.
Thanks. So anyways, I just wanted to talk to your dad and apologize for the other day.
What happened the other day?
He didn't tell you?
My dad doesn't tell me everything. What happened?
I went to the VA and saw Dr. Winters. You know, she pissed me off and I sort of lost it. You know, I don't mean to lose my temper sometimes. It just seems to happen without me even thinking about it. It's confusing.
That's good.
What's good?
That you can admit you have an issue with your anger. It takes a strong person to do that. Not everyone can admit their weaknesses.
Thanks. So anyways, I just wanted to talk to your dad about that. I apologize. You know, I really don't mean to lose my temper. And it happens sometimes, and I don't know why. And it's so confusing that I know I sound crazy.
No, you don't. My dad went through some of the same things. And I know he would love to talk to you about it. And don't worry. From what my dad tells me, it happens quite often.
Really? You know, the way those guys looked at me, you would have thought they'd never seen somebody lose their cool.
No, it's fairly normal when people are trying to talk things through. I went through some of the same things. And believe me, you are not alone in this.
I'm in bed. Wait. Mommy.
Let me go tuck her in. I'll be right back. And believe me, I'm so happy you stopped by. And I'm sure Dad will be too. And remember, you are not alone in this.
But I am alone. I'm alone when I try to sleep. I'm alone when I try to forget, ignore what I remember. And I wish they could understand. I wish they could. Maybe they do. Maybe it doesn't have to be like this. Maybe I can take my life back and pretend it never happened. No. I can't forget. I won't forget. Well, those were my friends, my brothers, and I let them die. Why didn't I close that door? How different than it is now, right? No. I can't forget. Because it's my fault. And I'm going to have to live with this for the rest of my life. It's going to be my punishment. Because I wasn't good enough and I failed them. understand. I tried to get to them. I needed to get to them. But I was stopped by other soldiers who didn't understand. I could still smell it.
Smell what?
Them. My friends, I could smell them burning. Burning! I could smell them. I still can.
So what you're saying is that you let us burn up in that vehicle. That you let us die. That it's your fault?
What? Sir, no, I tried to get to you, I did. But I was stopped by the soldiers who didn't understand.
Right. So after that, they took you to the hospital and back room to recover, right? Hey, must have been real nice hanging out in that cushy hospital while the rest of us was chilled out in the morgue.
No! I tried to get to you. But I didn't think I could walk. I didn't think I would ever walk again.
Well, we're never gonna breathe again, so you're not that bad off, are you?
I don't know.
Due to your injuries, they sent you to Ramstein Air Base in Germany, right?
I can't remember.
During the next 6 months, you had several surgeries on your spine and in your hips, while the rest of us was thrown into a hole in the ground.
I don't know. I can't remember, Barbara. Well, didn't you hear me? I was calling for you.
During your last month in Germany, your father passed away. You didn't find out about it till you arrived back home. Do you even care that your father died?
Yes! Of course I care. But nobody told me. My mom hid it from me because she knew I was going through a lot. Barbara! Was that really you?
She knew you wouldn't care. Just like you didn't care about your friends enough to help them when they were burning up in that truck. You're selfish. You've always been selfish.
Dad?
Yes!
No, Dad. I tried to help my friends, I did. But I was stopped by other soldiers who didn't understand. And I didn't even know you were dead, Dad. I would have been to your funeral if I had known.
Well, you had a funny way of showing you love me, and you didn't even come to my funeral.
No, I love you, Dad. I do love you. I love my friends. Why are you both saying these things to me? You know, I'm tired of feeling like this, and everybody wants me to talk about it. It just makes me feel worse. The guilt is making me feel worse.
You get to hang out with your friends. You get to meet the president. You get disability checks. You're having a ball while we're rolling around in our graves.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop! I don't want to talk about it anymore. To anyone.
I think it's wonderful Stephen contacted you. You know, these last few days has been the happiest I've ever seen him. He's more like the Stephen that I'm used to.
So is. I was shocked myself to hear from him. And when he told me that he just wanted me to be over here by noon today for lunch, I was just thrilled.
That must have been when they were taking a break.
Hey.
Oh, the production crew he's working with. He didn't tell you that he's filming a story about his military service?
No, not at all. He just told me he wanted me to be here by noon. And yeah, like, that's strange. He didn't tell me.
Maybe he wanted to surprise you.
Maybe so.
But I'm sure he'll be nice.
I'm sure he will too. I'm so excited.
Yeah, me too. Oh. Hey, Roger, come on in. Nice to see you again. Stephen isn't here right now, but he should be back in soon. Come on in and have a seat.
Damn, I was hoping to see him. He stopped by my house last week and I missed him. Then I had to go out of town, so I didn't get a chance to see him. Is everything okay?
Sure, everything is wonderful. This is Teresa, Stephen's girlfriend.
Hi,
He
Teresa.
invited
Nice
her
to
to
meet
lunch
you.
today.
Hi, nice to meet you.
You sure everything is okay? Maria, I am worried about Stephen.
everything is fine. Stephen has been the happiest he's been since he's been back from Afghanistan. And whatever was bothering him, he's gotten over it. Do you know he was even talking about his father this week?
I've seen similar behavior before. Do you own any weapons?
What are you saying? I own a handgun.
Hello? John, slow down. Okay. Wait, they shut down the building. What? Slow down. Okay. I'll be right there.
He took it! It's gone! What? What? What are we...
And you think you know everything. No, couldn't you and everyone else just leave me alone? I wanted it to just go away. I wanted it to not have to talk about it. But you and so many others wanted me to talk about it.
Because talking about it helps heal the damage done. But I never said it takes away the experience. It will get better over time, especially talking to other veterans. Like Roger. Roger tried to talk to you. He knows better than anyone how hard it is to deal with the guilt and pain.
Roger? That asshole never wanted to talk to me. I tried going to talk to him and he wasn't even at his house. Besides, what does the damn cook know about what I've been through, huh?
He knows more than you realize. He's fought the fight that's in front of you now, probably longer than you've been alive. He wants to talk to you, trust me. Why don't you let these nice people go? Why don't you put the gun down and we can talk about your feelings more calmly and safely?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, what do you want to do? Tell me, what do you want to do?
You're right. Talking about it won't do nothing. But this will. It will blow those thoughts and memories that haunt me and disgust me away. And I'll never have to see them again.
Have you thought about what this will do to your mother and the people who love you? Your mother has already lost your father. Did you know what that's going to do to her? Are you going to continue this cycle of death? First your friends, then your father, and now you? You can stop it, Stephen.
Stephen, I have a Mr. Williams here, a Roger Williams.
Roger? What's that asshole doing here?
Now, he'd like to talk to you, but we need to get some of those people out of the room first. If we send them in to talk to you, will you let them go?
Here's your chance. You wanted to hear Roger's story. Why don't you let these nice people go and let Roger in?
All right. They can go. But not Dr. Winters. And she's staying here with me.
Fine. Send Mr. Williams in.
Okay, he's coming in.
Your mother wanted you to know that she loves you. She's scared. She shouldn't have to lose another person she loves.
So what? You're here to be some sort of hero? Save everybody from a fucked up psycho?
No. I came here to talk to a friend. As a fellow sufferer. As someone who knows what you struggle with.
Stop saying that! But you don't get to say that to me.
Roger, tell him what happened to you in Vietnam. I think he really needs to hear it.
You ever heard of Benoit Air Base?
No.
I got stationed there to serve as the mess hall supervisor in early 1965. I enjoyed the job. I got to know the guys well, flyers, the maintainers, security guys, even the base commander. I prided myself in knowing their names, their kids, stuff like that. I enjoyed the job. It made me feel whole.
Great! So who gives a shit?
I do. The early morning of the 16th of May, it was a clear, beautiful day. We served breakfast early in the morning as usual. And then the maintainers shuffled out to get the aircraft ready to launch for the 0900 sorties. As the aircraft was starting up, there was a sound out on the flight line that I had never heard before. And then there was a brilliant flash of light, followed by another explosion that shook the building. It wasn't the VC, said the radio. Something had happened. As I looked out on the flight line, I saw men running. There were more explosions. Men were running, and some were on fire. They were on fire. I grabbed the first aid kit and a fire extinguisher, and I ran out to them, spraying them, trying to put them out. I saw men with limbs gone, blood all over the concrete. It was like hell. We lost 27 good men that day, and I knew every single one of them.
What happened to your leg?
This, as I was helping Airman Engel pull a man from under an aircraft, another B-57 blew. The flying debris killed Engel. It almost took my leg off. I laid there for a blur of time until I was found. I should have died from the blood loss. Yeah, it was stupid for me to run out there, but what else could I do? So when I tell you I know what you're going through, believe me, I know what you're going through. We lost 27 men there. 95 were injured, besides myself, and many crippled for life. I've worked hard trying to move forward from that one day in May of 1965 for over 50 years. And yet, if I'm not careful, I find myself going back there like it just happened. And I can smell it all over again. The memories have faded some, but that smell never seems to fade.
Does it? Does it ever? My friends died because of me. And they want to give me a medal. A goddamn Congressional Medal of Honor for being a failure. Yeah. So I saved other guys. But I let my friends, no, my brothers die in that Humvee. Worse, burned to death. You know, I was watching TV one day, and they said that smoke that penetrates the air puts microscopic particles in the smoke. That there's pieces of the burning item in the air. And then it hit me. I smelled my friends, their flesh. That means they were in my lungs, my body, my brain, all through me. Oh God! I want to get rid of them, Roger, but I can't. How? Is dying the only way? Is it?
No. No, it's not. Living. That's how you free yourself. It's not them keeping you in bondage, it's you. You live your life by freeing yourself. I had to learn how to do it, and you can do it too. You have to free yourself. Stop torturing yourself. Forgive yourself, Stephen.
Help me. Please help me, Roger.
I will. Stephen, we all will. I promise you, you'll never suffer alone anymore.
So, Nicole wanted you to have this. She thought maybe you could put it up in your room.
Tell her I say thank you.
She can't wait until you get discharged. She was thinking that you could help her with the tree house since Dad can't do it anymore.
Sure. I'd love that. By the way, where is Roger?
He had a few things to do, but you know he'll be trying to sneak in before visiting hours is over.
And you know he's been coming by every single day for coffee. And he tells me all about his military service, and it's so great.
You better be careful. He'll talk your head off if you let him.
I think it's great how he's been having other veterans to come out there and talk to you. I think it helps me tell them stories.
It does. It helps me too. It's almost like being back in the Marines again.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're all here for you, sweetheart. We all love you dearly. And you know, you definitely have a special place.
Oh.
I know. I love you, dude. I really appreciate all of you. These last few months have been tough. But I feel ready to move on now.
Well, that's good because I started running again and I'm going to run a 5K marathon. Maybe you might to run it with me. We can honor our fallen brothers.
Yeah, I'd love that. You're just gonna have to let me get in shape first. I've gained a few pounds just hanging around here. I don't want a guy with no legs to beat me in a foot race.
All right, people, let our patient get some rest. He has some free time tomorrow afternoon if you want to come back. Now, Stephen, I'll be back soon. We have some more tests to run.
I love you, son, and I am just so glad that you are here getting the help that you need.
Thanks, Mom.
Okay? And I can't wait for you to come home.
Me too.
And I'm sure Roger will be here. And I will be back after I get home tomorrow, okay? Promise. Love you, baby.
I love you too.
Look who I found snuck in before they closed the doors.
Roger, I didn't think you were gonna make it tonight.
You know how this damn leg is. Besides, I was trying to get something done before I got here.
All right, you stubborn mule, I'll let you two talk for a little bit, but rules are rules.
Right. Thanks, Doc. Appreciate you bending the rules for me.
This time. I'll be back shortly.
I was visiting today with all those people coming by. Overwhelmed at all?
No, I really feel supported. I'm like genuinely.
Good, because you are. No one holds any feelings against you. Everyone loves you. And those who love you will forgive you. You have to go into the future guilt-free.
I know. I've been talking to Dr. Winters a lot lately about my future. It's a little weird because I never really thought about the future as a positive thing. But I decided I'm going to go back to school for electrical engineering. You know, I was always good at working on the robots when I was EOT. Plus, I think it's something Barbara would have wanted me to do.
That's wonderful. Laura told me you were thinking about a part-time job, too. She has the hookup, so it shouldn't be a problem getting you one.
Thanks. I've decided I'm going to keep seeing Dr. Winters once I get out. I've been writing letters, you know?
Letters to who?
To the families, my friends. I got one back from Barbara's widow. She was really nice. I'm going to meet with her next week. It's going to be hard. A lot of it's going to be hard. I know. My medal was approved.
Let me just give you one piece of advice. Take everything slowly. Don't let anyone or anything rush you. You accept that medal when you're ready. Don't let anyone rush you, not even the president. And when you accept that medal, you be sure to honor your friends. Always be sure to honor your friends. Say something about your friends. That always helps, believe me. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Pull this out and had it framed.
Who are they?
Well, that funny looking guy there, that's me back in 1965. The good looking guy, that's Senior Master Sergeant Hicks. He was a good man. He really took care of his people. I realized that I have to be careful and not to keep things buried. I pulled this out and had it framed because I realized he was my good friend and he shouldn't be in my attic. This picture should be on my wall.
I guess it's easy to believe that the attic is safer than the wall, right?
Very true.
Hey Roger, I wanted to thank you, if I haven't already. My emotions don't always feel right, and I'm not always sure if I'm saying the right things to the right people. So thank you.
Yeah, but you don't need to thank me. We were brothers. Through all of this pain and struggle. Brothers before you were even born. Just remember, there's a whole new life out there for you. And you deserve it. You deserve every bit of it. Just make it count and make it worth it.
I know. And I will. Roger, I need to know something. Do the memories, the visions, the smells ever go away completely? I mean, is there total freedom from it?
I'm not sure. But as far as I'm concerned, my experiences have made me the man that I am. And they've caused me to be the great man that I've become. I control them. Even though I carry them with me, I'm in control of how they affect my life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. I completely understand what you're saying.
than anything on your mind. People pulled me down and pushed me round to the ground, and I cried, but they can't take my faith away from me. Been places they will never be in their lives. How did I get into this? Maybe I just missed a bit by a long shot, and now I see that I can only be me. They never told me I couldn't see what they were holding back from me. But it's my life, I'm gonna shine. The world is mine, gonna kiss the sky, yeah. 'Cause it's my life, I'm gonna shine. The world is mine, gonna kiss the sky, yeah. I become most everything that I believe that I could be, and there's so much more to me than anyone will ever see, and there's so much more to be, much more to see than I can dream, than I can dream, can dream, can dream, can dream, can dream. I got my life, yes, I'm gonna take it. No more tears, no, I'm gonna make it. Running for the finish line, yeah. I'm so excited. I got the fire, I got the flame, yeah, yeah. 'Cause it's my life, I'm gonna shine. The world is mine, gonna kiss the sky, yeah. 'Cause it's my life, I'm gonna shine. The world is mine, gonna kiss the sky, yeah. I'm gonna kiss the sky, yeah. I'm gonna kiss the sky, yeah. I hope you kiss the sky, yeah. Why don't you kiss the sky?
This production is dedicated to all those who died on May 16, 1965, at Benoit Air Base in the Republic of Vietnam, and to the families of those men who mourned them, plus to those who suffered and still suffer from the tragic events of that day. PTSD affects not only veterans, but can affect those who experience or witness a traumatic event in their lives. We urge those that suffer with PTSD or those family members who suffer to please seek help. Over 265 active duty members and approximately 470 veterans commit suicide each year on average due to PTSD, depression, and other mental illnesses. We want to change that. And it is programs like Veterans Empowerment Theater. To help us get the word out. I am going to have, I'm so sorry, I'm going to bring a couple of cast members out to speak on what this production meant to them, as well as CRE outreach. And tonight I'm going to bring our youngest cast member who is related to a veteran. Raymond.
Hi, my name is Bailani But they're really good people, and I want to thank each and every one of these people in the cast for helping our country and for you guys to come out and see our thing. Thank you.
Our next person is Jesse. Oh, he graduated yesterday.
Yesterday was my last day of basic training. I want to thank you all. I want to, having a voice, having a story to tell means absolutely nothing unless you have open ears and hearts to take it in, an audience that's willing to go on that journey with you. So I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and really helping support CRE, helping support myself, but most importantly helping support our veteran community with really getting this out there. This has been, I guess if my life is going to culminate in any moment, it would be this moment here, standing in front of all of you, because I really thought that I'd never be able to share this kind of story, something that hits me so personally, as dealing with PTSD, going through combat, and coming back and trying to re-assimilate into life. There was a moment a few years back where I didn't think I would even make it through the night, because I did try to take my own life. But I stand here. I stand here as a testament to the fact that community does help. That having a family really helps. That having a network of people who are there for you. Some of them to give you a hard time, tell you to buck up. Some of them who are there to give you a shoulder to cry on. So thank you. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
My name is Judy, and I am the program coordinator for Veterans Empowerment Theater. I'm going to talk a few minutes, well, 30 seconds. Try to figure everything out. But this is my third production. And I guess I did such a great job the first time that they actually hired me to be the program coordinator. I love what I do. I am an actress outside of this as well. To be a veteran and to go through the things that we have all witnessed and gone through, and sometimes we have kept so much inside for so many years. So many years. Mine was MST, military sexual trauma. And for over 20-some years, I kept that on the inside until I met CRE Outreach. And I was able to tell my story for the first time on stage in front of so many people. But it was the rehearsals. The rehearsals that we all do and go through is really therapy. And that's how we're able to stand here and continue to tell so many stories. Because we're healing. And we're hoping someone out in the audience is healing too. I would like to bring our wonderful director, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here. We'd still be suffering. Correct?
Thank you everyone for coming out. This show is a dream. Director could only dream of having a cast of these extraordinary people. They mean so much to me. And my goal as a director, I always approach is to create a family. And I believe I have done that job because we are just such a tight family. So that is just really something special. I'm sorry, I'm emotional too. This is our last night. A couple people I want to acknowledge. David Bryan, if you're in the audience, Stefan brought 25 people tonight. Brian, where are you? And most importantly, there's only one way a good director can make anything possible, and that's by having an incredible assistant director. So Cosette Rezka. So from the bottom of my heart, I just truly want to thank you and most of all you guys for all your hard work, your effort, determination, believing in me, allowing me to believe in this process and watch it go from just something that was out there in the world of didn't exist to something that we realized into this reality. So 15 years ago, we started with a couple actors in a gymnasium. Tonight we're here at a theatrical home. So that's truly special, and that's from the help and generosity of people like you. So we are asking you in your donations, in your, sorry, I'm all over the place, in your programs, there's donation envelopes, and if you were moved by what you saw tonight, you want to see it continue, we want to see people like this have this opportunity, please make a donation. You give them to me, I'll give you a big smile and say thank you. But most of all, thank you for just sharing this moment. This is a moment, very few shows that I direct that I walk away and I say, this show has changed my life, and this show has changed my life. So thank you so much for coming out. Also, Sam is our lighting designer, and it was absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much on behalf of CRE Outreach. Have a wonderful night. Thank you.